What's up, everybody? There's another post on the StarCraft 2 forums from Thanor here. I think that's how you pronounce your name. I apologize if I butchered it. But anyway, said he was having some trouble against Terran here. Here's a replay that he posted for critique. So, I got nothing better to do tonight, so that's what I'm going to do. Playing against a computer, which... good name. I don't know how we got that over everybody else, but I am impressed by that. So we got a 8 pylon, rather unusual. Usually you want to put your pylons at 9. I know there's kind of a big thing going on whether 8 pylon or 9 pylon. I still prefer the 9 pylon, but you know, usually 8 pylons for if you're worried about maybe a cannon rush or a 6 pool. Usually against Terran, there's not really many very strong early game builds they can go to really, so it's really not that needed against Terran. Just secure the economic advantage with that 9 pylon instead of 8. Nothing unusual. This gateway is what, almost 50 minerals late. Not really good. You want to be there ready and waiting to put that gateway down as soon as possible. You know, you don't want to have any lag time in there. And will you be my Furby? No, sir, I will not. If you're a prtoss player, possibly. If you switch to prtoss, I'd probably suck your dick because you're so awesome. But you're Terran, so F your face off. Oh god, I'm such an asshole. Anyway, we see was a 14 gas. Still, once again, a little bit early. You want to see a 15 gas, but 14, 15, you know, really not much of a difference there. I would have gone ahead and laid down that pylon while you had all those minerals saved up. I know you were waiting for that gateway to finish to lay down the cyber core, but, you know, why not lay that pylon down, have it just that much sooner, so you could, you know, put out probes and chrono boost them, not having to worry about getting supply blocks. Still, with that many minerals saved up, you need to load down. There you go. There's that pylon I wanted to see. So you got your scout going on. You see the 2 racks and one without a tech lab, and the one that is built doesn't have a tech lab yet. You should really just try and get that probe here as quickly as possible to see if there's a tech lab on there or a reactor. That's pretty much the biggest scouting thing you can get with prtoss against Terran, is seeing if they lay down a reactor or a tech lab, or if they laid out a second barracks like that. This early second barracks should just instantly tell you early aggression is going to be coming at me. It's obviously going to be a bio ball of some sort. Marines, Marauders, straight Marines, straight Marauders, maybe a 3 racks. I don't know if you saw the factory or not, but that should be going off in your mind right now. Is, oh, I saw 2 barracks, there's going to be early aggression coming at me. And you react by putting up a robotics facility and a gateway. Robotics facility, obviously always good against Marauders, but against a heavy Marine composition, not gonna fare quite as well. I mean, it still is effective, but not as much. I would have liked to see, with that first 100 gas, instead of laying down the robotics facility, I would have liked to see warp gate and a stalker chrono boosted out. And with that stalker, when you chrono boost the stalker out, if you have it set to go straight to the Terran's base, you know, usually right here, as soon as it gets here, you can walk up this ramp, and you would have seen all these Marines. So you would have been like, okay, I don't really need the immortals right now. Let's lay down another gateway and get ready, because obviously there's going to be some kind of Marine aggression coming here. And, you know, stalkers have shields. Put it here, maybe take out a Marine or 2, depending on how many he has, and just get out of there. You know, he does no permanent damage to you, but every shot that you put into here is either not going to be healable or it's going to take medvac energy. So, I mean, it is very minor, but still, just whatever you can do to secure an advantage here. So, we see the factory with the tech lab going down and the starport. So, he's definitely probably going to lift the factory off and put the starport on for medevacs. But, you know, you really have no way of knowing any of this now. So we'll see. What does our player see? So he did not see that factory, so he doesn't know that medevacs are going to be played. He doesn't know if it's a 3 racks or not. So I definitely would have suspected a 3 racks and built a heavy defense right now. But, I mean, yeah, it's what you should have done, definitely. Got to be building stuff, man. You know, you have, I mean, well, yeah, the cyber, we were probably waiting for boost to finish here, but I would have put something on Q and I would have tried to chrono boost that out just before this, so you could get both 2 for 1. Oh, that's some weird lag. Anyway, so I like to see this going out. I don't agree with putting down this robotics bay. You came up and you scouted these Marines. I mean, yes, Colossi absolutely melt through Marines, but you should have known that there was no way you're going to have them up in time. You know, the robotics bay plus the Colossi time it's going to take to get out, you're going to be dead by then, which I've already watched the replay, so whatever. You are going to be dead by then. Sorry. Spoiler alert. Yeah, like anybody cares. Anybody else is going to watch this. So he's loading up for a drop. You'll see this a lot, just a heads up for all you prtoss players out there. If you get these kind of spawns in Lost Temple or Shakura's Plateau or whatever it may be, the close spawns, this is just abuse for Terran. This is just a Terran's dream, is just running in medevacs and dropping them down and attacking. You gotta lay pylons like here, here, and here to give you sight and knowledge about when this drop is coming, to give you time to react, because it's so easy for a Terran player just to come, drop off Marines, Marauders, take out 3 buildings and pull back. It is so easy for them to do with these spawns, especially on this map, because it's just right, jump across the pond. So yeah, you know, you weren't building units. You have 500 minerals saved up. You know, that's way too much. You should have laid down, as soon as you saw those Marines, you should have laid down a 3rd gateway. Skip this robotics bay, just not needed. You know, against this, just, I mean, 4 stalkers probably with good probe, with a surround with your probes. If you just instantly set them to attack, you definitely probably could have dealt with that. Let alone if you get 2 zealots in there. Zealots absolutely murder Marines. So looks like this game's, yeah, it's over. It's pretty much over now. I mean, once he does that much economic damage, you're pretty much screwed, obviously. So yeah, skip this robotics bay, dude. Go for a 3rd gateway and just build up a stronger defense. You know, skip with that first 100 gas, don't put it at this robotics facility. Pump out a stalker and warp gate. Then with your second 100, lay down that robotics facility, if that's the build you're going to do, 1 gate robo. Obviously, that's kind of, you kind of got caught in a bind here. That's a really bad build if somebody is doing a Marine rush on you. But that, honestly, that Marine rush was pretty slow on the Terran player's part. So you could have definitely had an immortal out, which would have helped immensely. I mean, Marines kind of chew through immortals, but it's still, without stim pack, immortals can definitely hold their own. So yeah, just realize the timing, man. It's gonna take way too long for you to get out this Colossi and build up a defense. That's Protoss's weakest game, is early game. You know, late game Colossi and High Templar are absolute murder. You know, our biggest issue is dealing with these early kind of aggression, early kind of pushes. Pump out units, you know, don't go straight, oh, I have to get Colossi, oh, I have to get High Templar. Stalkers, Zealots, and Sentries will do just fine against these early kind of aggressions. You know, later in the game, obviously they're going to get murdered, but for these early aggressions, that definitely would have held its own. So, anyway, it's pretty much it, I think. Really nothing. Yeah, just gonna leave here. So anyway, hope this helped, dude. If anybody else has any questions or anything, feel free to post on the forum or post a question on the video or whatever. Hope this helps. If anybody else has any gameplays they'd like me to critique to make them look like assholes, feel free to, I don't know, just post something on the forums or on YouTube. Anyway, good luck in your future endeavors against Terran, dude.